Hi. When I listen to couples who are dating and exploring the possibility whether they're compatible together, I always hear about, they're physically attracted to each other, they like to do the same things, there's very little there about actual compatibility, which I could predict pretty much 100% of the time whether this couple is compatible or not. How? By looking at their families of origin, by hearing about how they've grown up and what they struggled with while they were young, and hearing about the defense mechanisms that were built up to protect their senses of selves because they were shamed or they were abused or whatever went on during the first, let's say, 7 years of their life. That's more of an indication to me whether they are going to be compatible or not. Because the way those two people from those families function under crisis and stress and difficulties working things out is whether or not they're going to make it through, the test of time. So while you're dating, look, skip the sex. It just is an additional weight and confusion if you're actually looking for a partner for life, because those kinds of things that you think you're going to find your compatibility over there are not so. Yes, it's important, but it isn't the determining factor whether you should get together or not. It's more important to figure out whether you're going to be able to work your lives out together. And how is that actually going to go down? Because, the physical attraction during the infatuation stage is very strong, and it's definitely there and something to have to contend with. But the actual longevity of whether you're going to make it as a couple, the compatibility is over whether your styles of dealing with stress and how you're able to cope with one another is where your compatibility really lies. And it's worth exploring very deeply your partner's buttons that get pushed and how they get pushed and whether you can actually work with that, and also your own. You have to get to know yourself first, obviously, but getting to know how they function under certain circumstances is definitely going to give you the indication whether they're compatible with you or not.